Someone is going to tell you a truth which will kill you. Archangel Michael says, "Listen to me with your whole heart and do not look away, for what I bring you tonight is not entertainment, not casual words, but a living message that will move through your bones like fire and light." You have been walking with questions that keep waking you before dawn, the questions that sit in your chest like stones. Why did they betray me? Why does the storm never end? Why does the silence in my house feel louder than any thunder? I have come to answer you. And yes, someone will soon tell you a truth and it will kill you, but only the part of you that was never meant to live, the fear, the lie, the shame, the false voice that has been narrating your life from the shadows. The truth will not kill your body, it will kill the lie that has been killing your joy. Let me say this again so no serpent can twist my words. This truth will kill the counterfeit story, not the child of God. It will kill the undercurrent that keeps pulling you back into old waters. It will kill the memory that tries to rewrite your future. It will kill the doubt that keeps telling you you're unworthy of the love, the favor, the new beginning that has already been written with your name. I have stood at the edge of your nights and watched your soul take deep breaths just to make it through the next hour. I saw how you forgave what you never received an apology for. I watched you choose kindness where others chose cunning. I heard your whispered prayers, the ones that didn't even have words, only tears, and I collected them like diamonds hidden in the sand. Your tears were never wasted, they were an offering. And now the clock of heaven has shifted. The page is turning. There is a moment coming soon, nearer than the next sunrise, when a voice will reach you with a truth you didn't plan for. It may arrive as a call, a message, a conversation that begins in small talk and suddenly breaks open. It may come from someone you did not expect, perhaps even someone who sat at the table with those who tried to harm you. When it comes, you will feel a mix of pain and relief, like the air when a storm finally breaks. Do not run. Stand still. For the truth that wounds you for a moment will heal you for a lifetime. Child of the Most High, the enemy taught you to fear truth because truth dismantles the structures that darkness built. Lies are like scaffolding around the heart. They appear to hold you up, but they block your view and keep you from stepping into the open. This is why certain people became uncomfortable when you started asking questions. This is why the familiar pattern of almost and not quite kept reappearing in your finances, in your relationships, in your sense of peace. But the fullness of time has come. I am here to put a sword into your hand, the sword of discernment, so that when the truth arrives, you do not flinch and drop what you've been carrying. This sword is not to fight people, it is to cut the ropes that kept your blessing tied to a dock that never belonged to it. Listen carefully, in the days ahead, you will see the mask come off someone's face. Their smile once felt warm, but their words chilled you when you were alone. They learned to speak your language, to borrow your phrases, to mirror your dreams, so that you would lower your guard. But heaven has set a lantern behind them, and the light will carve out the outlines of who they really are. Not to humiliate them, humiliation is not heaven's way, but to release you. To free you from an entanglement that has been siphoning your strength, inch by inch, night after night. You will discover that the reason certain doors refused to open was not because you lacked keys, it was because someone kept standing on the other side, quietly jamming the lock. That someone's time to stand there is over. You asked, why does it hurt to be the one who always loves first, forgives first, believes first? Because your heart is not average. You carry a commissioning on your life that terrifies those who live by control. Control cannot thrive where free hearts gather. That is why your freedom has always been under attack. Every time you took a step forward, the voice of a liar rose up, outside you or inside you, to tell you that your steps were foolish, your dreams were childish, your faith was naive. But your faith was never naive, it was courageous. It took courage to keep believing when the proof was thin. It took courage to unclench your fists when pain told you to hold on to bitterness. And now, I tell you in the name of the Holy One, that courage has reached its appointed harvest. There is a ledger in heaven with the record of every injustice done against you, not to condemn the perpetrators to your vengeance, but to release you into divine justice. You need not swing the gavel. I have seen the covert messages, the subtle slander, the altered narratives, the opportunities diverted because someone was afraid of your rise. Do not think heaven missed it. Do not think your prayers bounced from the ceiling and fell to the floor. The one who fashioned the galaxies has not forgotten a single detail. Divine justice does not rush and wreck, it arrives precise, clean, and final. And it begins with truth. When the truth comes, it will not knock politely, it will arrive like a wind through an open window. It may tremble your hands. It may make you want to clutch the old story close, because the human heart often confuses the familiar with the safe. But the familiar can be a cage. I am here to tell you that the new story has more air in it, more room for you to breathe, more light to see by. I want you to practice something now so that you are ready. Breathe one slow breath, deep and low. Feel your shoulders drop. Place your hand over your chest and say, I release what was never mine to carry. Say it simply. Not for show. For freedom. In that breath, contracts made in fear begin to dissolve. In that breath, agreements signed in loneliness begin to lose their power. In that breath, words spoken over you in anger begin to shatter like thin glass. The truth will expose the architecture of manipulation around you. You will see how someone positioned themselves as a gatekeeper to your peace, your love, your future. This is not because you are foolish, it is because your heart is generous, and generosity trusts. Do not hate that about yourself. Your generosity is not the problem, misplaced trust is. Today, I am moving your trust from shaky ground back onto the rock. The rock is not a what, it is a who. And when you plant your trust in the one who does not lie, does not change, you become unshakable. The storm may still rage, but you will be anchored. I need you to know what will happen inside you when the truth arrives. At first, your mind will race with memory. Scenes will reassemble in new order. Words that once sounded harmless will take on their true shape. This is not madness, it is clarity. You will be tempted to say, "How could I not see?" Do not scold yourself. The same light that reveals also heals. Clarity is not a punishment, it is a cure. You did not miss the signs, you loved through them. And that love will be honored, even if not by the people who received it. Heaven honors it. Heaven returns it multiplied. Now hear me, the truth that is coming will ask you to choose. Choose what? Choose life. Choose your own soul. Choose the path that refuses to trade your peace for someone else's comfort. Choose to let go of what withers you. Choose to forgive without letting them back into the place they abused. Forgiveness and access are not the same. Forgiveness sets you free from the poison. Access must be earned with repentance and consistency. I am not asking you to become hard, I am asking you to become wise. Wisdom is a warm house with strong doors. Anyone may knock, not everyone enters. There is a financial restoration attached to this truth. For too long, your resources have leaked through hidden fractures, impulsive choices born of exhaustion, subtle pressure from people who never reciprocated, opportunities delayed because your focus was divided by drama that wasn't yours to carry. With the lie removed, your attention will return to you like a river returning to its course. Ideas you shelved will wake up. Skills you dismissed will stretch and glow. Do not despise humble beginnings, they are not small when heaven has breathed on them. When you build with clean hands, you build something that lasts. The prosperity coming is not loud and tacky, it's quiet, sustainable, and generous. It pays the bills and the debts and still has something left to bless others. It's not a flash of lightning, it is a sunrise. You are also going to see a shift in relationships. The ones who truly carry love for you will feel relieved by the truth. Their relief will sound like sincerity and look like respect. They will not be jealous of your healing, they will rejoice in it. Others may react with guilt disguised as anger, or shame disguised as pride. Let them. Their reactions are not your responsibility. Do not argue with a storm, anchor and wait. If reconciliation is to occur, it will grow from change, not from pleading. There is a child inside you, the one who learned to hold their breath when voices rose, the one who became skilled at reading rooms to stay safe. That child deserves to exhale. The truth will let them. Treat yourself tenderly in the days ahead. Eat food that comforts without numbing. Drink water. Step into the sunlight for a minute longer than you usually do. Write a few lines in a notebook, not for anyone else to read, just to give your soul a place to set down its bags. You are not dramatic for needing this time, you are wise. Healing is not a straight line, it is a spiral. You will revisit certain memories, but each loop will meet you at a higher place. Let me speak about fear. Fear has been renting a room in your head and paying in stress. It whispers, if the truth comes out, you will lose everything. That is the lie. The truth never steals what is yours, it reveals what was never meant to stay. You might lose illusions. You might lose some company. You might lose the habit of over-explaining yourself. Those are not losses, they are lifelines. What is truly yours, purpose, dignity, favor, real love, cannot be taken by exposure, it is refined by it. You ask, what can I do to prepare? Do these simple, holy things, clean your space. Remove what reminds you of who you are no longer. Delete numbers that reopen old wounds. Hide no part of your heart from the one who made it, bring the trembling part too. Replace the noise in your room with a song that tells the truth. Speak out loud, even if softly, I choose truth, I choose peace, I choose a future with room for my whole soul. If tears find you, let them. They are not weakness, they are water, and your garden needs it. I tell you a mystery, your name has been spoken kindly in rooms you have not entered, by people who saw your light from a distance. You thought you were invisible because the loudest voices around you were critical or cold. But beyond those rooms, other voices noticed, and they have been waiting for the moment when heaven would untie the knot so they could reach for you. The truth's arrival is the untying. Expect messages you didn't anticipate, opportunities you thought were for others, a seat offered at a table where you won't have to shrink. Do not sabotage this with suspicion. Give yourself permission to receive without apologizing for your presence. Now, about the phrase that has been echoing in your spirit, someone will tell you a truth that will kill you. I tell you again, it will kill the counterfeit. It will kill the version of you that was authored by trauma and maintained by habit. It will kill the reflex that says, I must earn love by overgiving. It will kill the bargain that trades pieces of your soul for crumbs of approval. And when that false self dies, you will not mourn, you will breathe. You will stand in the mirror and recognize your own eyes again. You will pick up your phone and feel no urge to check whether the person who once controlled your mood has contacted you. You will walk into a room and your shoulders will remain relaxed, your laugh will sound more like you, your sleep will grow deeper and less defended. This is not fantasy. It is the ordinary miracle of truth. There will be a moment, watch for it, when even the air in your house feels different. Your plants will seem greener, your coffee warmer, your steps a little steadier. The world will not have changed, your agreement with truth will have changed you. That is the power of light. It doesn't have to announce itself, it simply reveals everything as it is. Some things will lose their charm in that light. Some faces will look unfamiliar. Some desires will fade, replaced by quieter, truer ones. Trust this. You are not becoming boring, you are becoming whole. If anger rises in you as the truth unfolds, treat it as a messenger, not a master. Anger is telling you, a boundary was crossed. Thank it for the information, then invite wisdom to take the wheel. Choose responses that protect your peace without poisoning it. You do not have to broadcast your process to people who are not safe for your process. Silence can be a sanctuary. Speak when you are ready, and when you do, choose words that align with your future, not your resentment. You can be clear without being cruel. You can be firm without being hard. You can say no, and mean it, and sleep well afterward. To the part of you that worries about being alone, hear me, you will not be left alone. Loneliness visits during transitions, but it does not stay when truth makes a home. A new circle is forming, souls who will not compete with your light but harmonize with it. People whose success will feel like your own because there is no scarcity between you. They will know how to sit with silence without making it awkward. They will ask how you are and mean it. They will notice your efforts without you having to amplify them. They will not require you to shrink to be loved. When they arrive, you will recognize them by the peace that enters the room with them. Now, I place a blessing upon your sleep. May your nights be replanted with good dreams. May the old nightmare loop be cut and sealed. May your morning stop greeting you with dread and begin greeting you with quiet anticipation. May your body release what it stored during the years of pretending. May your mind trust itself again. May your heart, which has been a warrior for so long, learn to be a garden too. Before I go, I will tell you one last secret of heaven's timing. Truth is compassionate even when it is sharp. It arrives when you can survive it, even if you don't feel ready. And not only survive, it arrives when you can use it. You are there. You can use this. To build better boundaries, yes. To recover finances and focus, yes. But also to tell a cleaner story about your life. One where you are not a permanent victim or a permanent hero, but a person who was loved all along, even when love seemed absent. Tell that story to yourself first. Then, if you choose, tell it to others, not to prove anything, but to live free. Lift your head. The horizon you feared was an ending is an opening. The truth is coming, and it will kill what was counterfeit. And when it does, you will rise, not with noise, but with clarity. Not with vengeance, but with steady joy. Your steps will become your song. And even if others do not applaud, heaven will. Heaven has already begun. Go now in peace. Prepare a small place for your heart to rest. Drink water. Open the window. Let the light find you. When the truth knocks, open the door. You will not drown, you will breathe. You will not collapse, you will stand. You will not be destroyed, you will be delivered. I stand guard as you cross. It is done, and it is beginning. Listen, before the next piece of truth reaches you, I want to place a soft shield over your heart. Not a wall, not armor that makes you hard, but a living shield, clarity wrapped in kindness. You don't need to prepare by fearing, you prepare by telling yourself the truth first. Tell yourself, I did the best I could with what I knew. I was loyal in places that did not know how to hold loyalty. I loved with both hands. I learned. I am learning still. When you speak this to yourself, the words that arrive from others will not decide your worth, they will simply show you where you stand. There is a pattern you will recognize in the coming days. At first, the truth appears as a tremor, small inconsistencies, sentences that stop short, stories that change with each telling. You have noticed these tremors before and called them nothing. But now you will not ignore the tremor, you will read it. The second stage will be a crack, a detail that cannot be glued back into the old narrative. Then comes the open air, and with it, relief. Relief does not always feel like joy at first, sometimes it feels like exhaustion leaving the body. If, after the conversation, you suddenly feel tired, do not call it weakness, call it release. Your nervous system has been braced for years. It is safe to let go. Let's speak about guilt, the kind you never earned. People who benefit from your silence often frame your awakening as betrayal. They may say, "You changed," when what they mean is, "You stopped allowing what hurt you." They may say, "You're ungrateful," when what they mean is, "You won't pay for peace with your own blood anymore." Guilt is loud at first, but it loses volume when met with truth. Practice a simple reply that belongs to your future. I hear you. I'm choosing peace. Say it once. Do not argue. Wisdom does not spend itself trying to convince what refuses to listen. You will be guided to put your outer life in order so your inner life has room to bloom. Start small and holy. Empty one drawer that carries the old story. Place in it only what you choose to carry forward, documents of dignity, photographs that bless, letters that still ring true. Notice how a cleared space makes your breathing deeper. When you tidy your room, you are not just folding fabric, you are folding back the leaves of your own life to see the fruit underneath. There is a letter you were meant to write long ago, to the version of you that stayed awake on nights no one knew about, to the one who carried the family's silence, to the one who absorbed other people's moods so no one would fight. Write to that you. Say, "You can rest now. I'm here. I will choose friends who choose me. I will not buy love with self-abandonment. I will be honest even if my voice shakes. I will not keep proving what is already true, that I am worthy of care. Put that letter somewhere safe. When the old voice tries to return, read your own words out loud. Your voice heals your body more than you realize. You have asked, what if the truth ruins my plans? It will not ruin them, it will refine them. The plan that depends on a lie is not a plan, it is a trap. The vision you carry, work that matters, relationships that nourish, a home that feels like a sanctuary, does not require hiding. It requires alignment. You will make decisions from that alignment, agreements written clean, budgets that reflect your values, calendars that protect your rest, boundaries that keep your energy from leaking. You will give yourself to the day fully and then end the day with gratitude rather than depletion. Yes, there will be shaking. There will be days when the phone is too loud, when you crave silence the way a thirsty person craves water. Give yourself that silence, even if only for 7 minutes. In those minutes, place your hand over your heart and say, "The truth is my friend. The truth is my freedom. The truth is not here to break me but to build me." Notice the pressure in your chest loosen. Notice how you no longer feel responsible for controlling what other people think. Freedom often begins as permission, permission to be honest about what hurts and what helps. Now I will tell you something about the person who brings the truth. They are not your enemy, they are your mirror. Mirrors can be uncomfortable when you have been living in dim rooms. Do not punish the messenger. If they come with malice, you will see it. If they come with care, you will feel it. Either way, receive the information and return to yourself. Before you respond to anyone, ask, does what I'm about to say build the future I want? If the answer is no, choose quiet. If the answer is yes, speak plainly, not to win but to be clear. I see a door you will be invited to walk through, an opportunity once blocked by confusion. You will be tempted to stall, thinking you must fix everything before you move. But the door opens as you walk, not before. Take the first step with what you have, your integrity, your learning heart, your willingness to grow. You will be surprised by the help that appears on the other side. Helpers recognize honest travelers. They will show you shortcuts you could not see from outside the door. Let us bless your finances with order and gentleness. Create a simple plan: what comes in, what goes out, what is saved, what is given. Keep it in one place. Choose 3 expenses to release that do not serve your peace. Choose 1 act of generosity that makes you feel more human. Wealth that makes you hard is not wealth, it is weight. Wealth that makes you softer toward yourself and others, that is abundance. The truth will unclog the channels through which your provision flows. Expect an overdue payment to arrive, an offer for work that actually fits, a reduction of a debt you thought immovable. This is not luck. This is alignment operating in plain sight. You will also be tempted to look back and curate a better past. If only I had noticed sooner. If only I had spoken up earlier. These thoughts are thieves. They walk into your present home and steal the chairs. You cannot sit comfortably where your mind keeps removing the furniture. Return the chairs. Sit where you are. The story only moves forward. What you learned late will still save you a lifetime. The body remembers what the mouth cannot say. As truth arrives, old aches may surface. You might feel soreness in the neck that held too many unspoken sentences, or in the jaw that learned to clench instead of cry. Treat your body with dignity. Stretch slowly. Walk with your shoulders back for 5 minutes each day. Drink water as if you are apologizing to your cells for the years of survival. You are not fragile, you are healing. Healing does not ask you to rush, it asks you to keep going. There is a reconciliation you have wondered about, whether it is possible, whether it is wise. Reconciliation without repentance is only repetition. Look for fruit, not speeches. Fruit looks like changed patterns, not perfect apologies. If the fruit is there, you may cautiously reintroduce trust, one small bridge at a time. If the fruit is not there, love them from a distance where your heart remains whole. Distance is not punishment, it is stewardship. You will also hear whispers from those who do not understand your choice to live freely. They think they're better now, they might say, or, they've become cold. They mistake steadiness for pride and boundaries for bitterness. Let them. You are not responsible for clearing the fog others prefer. Keep your eyes on the road you are building. People who choose truth eventually find each other. You will not walk alone for long. I will teach you a simple prayer for the moment the truth lands and your breath catches. Light of God, meet me in this exact second. Unhook my heart from what harms it. Guide my words. Guard my peace. Say it once, slowly. Then say nothing for 10 seconds. Those 10 seconds often prevent 10 months of regret. You asked heaven for a sign that you are not making this up, that the freedom you feel rising is not fantasy. The sign will be modest and precise. A phrase you have never heard will appear twice in one day, or a stranger will speak to you with the exact gentleness your heart needed, or a small administrative block will suddenly clear after weeks of delay. When you see it, whisper your thanks and keep moving. The purpose of a sign is not to make you dependent on signs, it is to make you confident in your path. Let us talk about your calling, not a grand, distant thing, but the present tense work that suits your hands and heals your world. You were not created to live in reaction to other people's chaos. You were created to create order, beauty, clarity, compassion. Your work may not trend. It may not gather applause. But when you lay your head down, your chest will be quiet. That quiet is proof. Build what gives that quiet to others, a business that treats customers like neighbors, a meal that makes a tired person feel seen, a project that solves a small problem honestly. These are altars in everyday clothes. There will be grief. Grief for time lost. Grief for the version of someone you wanted to keep. Grief for the version of you who tried everything. Let grief come without setting up a permanent room for it. Give it a chair by the window. Sit with it. Offer it tea. Watch the light move across the floor together. Then stand and continue. Grief is a traveler, not a landlord. It does not own your house. When the difficult conversation arrives, and it will, anchor yourself with 3 truths you can carry in your pocket. You are allowed to change your mind when new truth arrives. You are allowed to protect your peace without an apology attached. You are allowed to value your future more than other people's comfort. Say these quietly to yourself before you pick up the phone or open the door. They will hold you upright. I will give you a practice for sleep, because sleep is where your spirit resets its compass. Before bed, write down what is yours to carry tomorrow and what is not. Place the "not mine" list under a glass of water. Place the "mine" list under your pillow. In the morning, drink the water and leave yesterday's burdens in the sink. Carry only the small paper of what is yours to do. Watch how much lighter your steps become. You will notice an increase in coincidences, the book that answers your question, the old friend who calls as you think of them, the opportunity that matches your true skill instead of the mask you once wore. These are not accidents, they are the ordinary choreography of a life lived in truth. Take the step that appears, then the next. Do not demand the entire staircase. Every new landing will give you a new view. Let us bless your voice. There were years when silence seemed safest, when saying nothing kept the room steady. But your voice is not a weapon, it is a lantern. Use it to illuminate, not to scorch. Practice saying "no" without a paragraph after it. Practice saying "yes" only when your spirit stands up inside you, not when your guilt pushes you forward. People who love you will adjust to your clarity. People who loved your compliance will not. This is how you will know who is who. Soon, you will look back at the day the truth arrived and call it holy. Not because it spared you from feeling, but because it invited you to feel what was real and live from there. The lie kept you busy. The truth will make you fruitful. The lie kept you fearful. The truth will make you faithful, not to a person's volatility, but to your God-given steadiness. You will laugh in a way you have not laughed in years. You will find yourself humming as you wash a plate. You will catch your reflection and recognize the light in your own eyes. This is resurrection in ordinary clothes. I have walked beside you in the hallway between endings and beginnings. I have guarded your sleep when nightmares tried to re-enlist you. I have stood at the doorway when shame reached for your ankles. Do not underestimate what is already different. Even now, the atmosphere is changing. Even now, the room that once knew only whispers is learning to host truth without panic. Even now, your future is rearranging its furniture to welcome you home. So, when the message comes, when the face appears, when the truth steps over your threshold, open to it with dignity. After it speaks, step outside and let the sky hold your eyes for a moment. Breathe the air of a life that no longer traffics in pretending. Then take one simple action that confirms your choice to live in truth. Send the email that clarifies a boundary, cancel the plan that keeps you small, order the tool you need for the work that's yours, schedule the appointment that takes your body seriously. Small actions in sequence become freedom in structure. This is the way forward. Tell the truth to yourself first, receive the truth from others with discernment, speak the truth with kindness, live the truth with courage. The part of you built from fear is already falling away. What remains is you, the you who was always there beneath the noise, the you who loves and is loved, the you who creates and is carried, the you who knows how to stand up gently and stay standing. Walk now. I'm beside you. The horizon is not a threat, it is a welcome. The truth will not end you, it will end what ended you. And then, quietly, steadily, you will begin.